Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum students. Welcome to our class. I'm your instructor Adil Raza and today we have to learn an SLO from grade 6 and it's our unit 11. So let's find out what our today's SLO is about. Our today's SLO is about the reading competency. It's our lecture 3A and what is the main topic which we have to discuss in this SLO? Interpersonal text, understanding and response to them. So let's find out what is meant, what the SLO is saying. The SLO states that read and view a variety of reading age appropriate and high interest books and text from print and non-print sources, interpersonal text, letter, notes. Respond to the text with reason, simple judgment, personal interpretation. So students, in this we will focus on the interpersonal text, what the interpersonal text are, what are its basic categories, we will see them and then we will learn about how to respond different text in different ways with the reasons, with simple judgment or with a personal interpretation. So I hope you guys have understand what our SLO is and what we have to discuss in this SLO. So let's go further. Here we have a brainstorming session. So let's see what the brainstorming prompt is. Have you ever responded to someone during a conversation? So students, I hope you guys have some friends and when you talk with your friends, you do conversations, you don't do conversation only in the verbal form, you can do conversation through the WhatsApps, through the emails or through the written letters, and when you text someone, some of your friend, then when someone says something to you, so you have to respond, you will definitely give response. So when you give response, have you ever think the response falls in which category? Either that response is rational, reason based, or the response is based on the judgment, or the response is about is based on the personal perspective. Have you ever think about it? I hope you guys have don't think in such detail about the responses which you give to your friends or to your peer or your family members. But in this lecture we will learn what are interpersonal text, the text or the language which we use with our personal relations, with our peers, with our family members. So to conversate with them, which text we use is actually considered as interpersonal text, and then we will see how to respond through using the interpersonal text. So let's find out what the interpersonal text is. The interpersonal text refers to any written or spoken communication intended for direct communication between individuals. Interpersonal text aims to exchange information, express thoughts or feelings, and maintaining social connections. So the interpersonal text is used in written or spoken communication in which the communication is direct and between the individuals, and the main aim of this text is to express information, thoughts or feelings to maintain the social connections. So what type of text the interpersonal are? Letters are fall in the category, dialogues, emails, text messages, notes and conversation. These all are the different categories of interpersonal text, but in this lecture we will focus on dialogues because our lessons text is based on dialogues. So let's find out what is meant by the dialogues. Dialogues are written or spoken exchanges between two or more people. So here we have two or more participants and they are talking about something, that take turns and make their points or conversate with them, and we write them or we do it in a spoken form. So this is the dialogue. The day life conversation is actually based on the dialogue. So like a person A, what the person A is saying, did you finish the assignment? And the person B replied that no, yet I still have a few questions to clarify. So it is a basic form of the dialogue. When someone make a question, the other give response, someone take a stance, the other supports this stance or oppose this stance, someone ask something, the other respond to them. So this is the basic form of dialogue in which we conversate. So here are the types of responses which we have to make during a dialogue or during a conversation. So our responses can be reasoned responses which are based on the logic. So what these type of responses are: giving a logical explanation or justification of an opinion in the text. So you have to someone ask you what is corruption or what is load shedding, or someone asked from you that either the morning walk is good for health or not. So what you have to do, you have to respond. If you respond that according to the simple judgment that if it has some benefits, then it is good, if it don't have some benefits, it is wrong. So this is a simple judgment. You make a straightforward judgment on the base of some evaluation or decision. But if you give reasons that when we do morning walk, we inhale the fresh air is very important for our lungs, it will make us healthy, this, and these are the biological reasons, these are the doctoral reasons for to do morning walk. If you give such type of response during the dialogue or during the conversation, it will considered as the reasoned response. And there is the third category of the responses, which is considered as the personal interpretation, and you can make a stance that according to my opinion, or I don't like to do morning walk, or I like to do morning walk. So such type of response comes under the personal interpretation. So responses are of three types. First are the logical responses. In this you make a response according to reason, according to logic. And there is a third type in which you make a reason according to your personal judgment. You judge something according to your basic knowledge, or we can say that the things which are present in front of you. And thirdly, you make a response according to your personal interpretation. So these are the three types of responses, and I hope you guys have understand how to make these types of responses. So these types of responses you have to use during conversation, during dialogues, during talking with your peers or the family or with your teacher as well. So students, there is a text. Let's find out what type of responses are used in this text. So let's start from the dialogue. This is the situation of the dialogue in which a dialogue is started. So now let's start reading the dialogues. Bilal, Ahsan, can your friend join us? It would be wonderful if we could gather as many people as possible. Ahsan, absolutely, he is more than welcome to join. What do you think, Momin? So here someone asks something. Bilal is asking from Ahsan that either his friend want to join him or not. So here the Ahsan give a response which is actually based on his personal interpretation, or he ask a question from Momin as well. So firstly he gave response with a personal approach, and then he asked a question from Momin as well. So let's find out what the Momin will respond. The Momin said that I would love to participate. So here the Momin give response, but this response is not on the base of reason. He don't make some arguments that why I have to join you, either it's good to join you or not. So the response is not judgmental as well, because he don't make any judgment. The response is also based on the personal interpretation, the personal stance, because he expressed his stance that he would love to participate. So to love something or not, it's someone's personal stance. So that's why the response is based on the personal interpretation. But please guide me first. Could you explain what this is all about? So here he also asks some question, and then Ahsan will respond, then he asks some question, and then Bilal will respond. So this is how our conversation will continue. But I hope you guys have understand how to identify different type of responses, how to make different types of responses. So kindly do read this dialogue and identify different types of responses from this dialogue. Students, I hope you guys have understand what is an interpersonal text, what are different types of responses, how to do responses, and how we can identify responses. So according to your understanding, according to your knowledge, kindly attempt this classroom activity. Let's go further. Here we have a simulation. This simulation is also based on the interpersonal text, its types, and then it is consist upon the respond making. So this video will also help you to understand the topic in a well manner. Here is a worksheet. Kindly pause this video, attempt this worksheet according to the knowledge which you have gained from this video. Let's find out. Here is a homework. This homework is also based upon the knowledge of this SLO. So kindly attempt this homework also. I hope you guys have understand what we have go through yet. Here is a resource pack. This resource pack will also assist you to achieve your SLO in a good manner. These resources, or these all, we can say that the materials are accessible through the video's description. If you find any issue, any confusion, any question, you can ask in the comment section and ask from your teacher as well. Thank you very much. Allah Hafiz.